Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, still here with me, Fadila Maria. For today's material, we will try to review Lab 3. Here is the topology that I use. Here I use two routers and of course two clients, where each client already has a predetermined IP address. Each client can ping the server router. And finally, each client can connect to the internet. See the step, yes? Here I have configured the wireless interface, namely WLAN 1. To be more precise, we check the status of the WLAN 1 interface with the command interface print. We can see here that the status of the WLAN 1 interface is running. DHCP client configuration. We will configure the DHCP client to request an IP address from the hotspot with the command IP DHCP client at interface WLAN 1 disable no. This WLAN 1 will act as internet resource. Don't forget to enable WLAN 1 in the DHCP client configuration. Then check back on the WLAN 1 interface with the command IP DHCP client print. We can see that the status session of the WLAN 1 interface is bound, which means that it's connected and has success in getting an IP address. For more details, we will perform a ping test with the google.com with the command ping google.com. And it turns out that the ping test was successful. Firewall NAT configuration. Here, we will configure the NAT firewall so that later the router can connect with the client PC by using the command IP firewall NAT at chain src NAT out interface WLAN 1 and for action masquerade. Then, don't forget to check the results of the NAT firewall configuration by using the command IP firewall NAT print. We can have successfully configured NAT firewall. Bridge router server configuration. First, we create a bridge interface with the name bridge server according to the topology using the command interface bridge at name bridge server. Then we check the configuration results using the command interface bridge print. We have successfully added the bridge interface and it is running status here. Then we add the interface port for Ether1 and Ether2 into the bridge server interface using the command interface bridge port at bridge server for interface Ether1. Later, the router will be reboot automatically, so just click reconnect to continue. Add for interface Ether2 with the command interface bridge port at bridge server for interface Ether2. Then don't forget to check the configuration results with the command interface bridge port print. We can see here that Ether1 and Ether2 have successfully entered the bridge interface that we created earlier. Check the interface again with the interface print command. If we see here that there is an S or / sign, which means that the port has been connected to the bridge server and running, means that it's currently connected to the router port. Add the IP address for the bridge interface according to the one in the topology by using the command IP address at address 192.168.10.1/24 for interface bridge server. Then check using the command IP address print. We can see here that we have successfully added the IP address for the bridge server interface. DHCP server configuration. We create a DHCP server for this bridge server interface manually using the command IP DHCP server setup. For DHCP server interface, I using bridge server and this DHCP address, and this for gateway DHCP network, this range address. For DNS server, I use 8.8.8.8 and the last time I using 10 minutes. Check the results of the DHCP server configuration with the command IP DHCP server print. We can see here that we have successfully created a DHCP server for the bridge server interface. Trials. Disable enable Ethernet. Then we click on details. You can see that here I have got the IP address automatically from the DHCP server, and this is in accordance with what we have configured. We try pinging the IP gateway using CMD media. Enter the command ping 192.168.10.1. If successful, it will reply later. Bridge router client configuration. First, we create a bridge interface with the name bridge client according to the topology using the command interface bridge add name bridge client. Then we check the configuration using the command interface bridge print. We have successfully added the bridge interface and it is running status here. Then we add the interface ports for Ether 1 and Ether 2 into the bridge client interface using the command interface bridge port add bridge client interface Ether 1. And add for interface Ether 2 with the same command interface bridge port at bridge client interface Ether 2. Then don't forget to check the configuration results so that we can find out the Ether 1 and Ether 2 interface have entered the bridge client with the command interface bridge port print. We can see here that Ether 1 and Ether 2 we have successfully entered the bridge interface that we created earlier. Check the interface again with the interface print command. If we see here that is an S or slave seen, which means that the port has been connected to the bridge client and running. DHCP client configuration. Make a DHCP client configuration for the bridge client interface so that later the client routers get an IP address and can connect to the internet network with the command IP DHCP client add interface bridge client disable no. Don't forget to check it with the command IP DHCP client print. Then try pinging CMD using IP gateway, namely ping 192.168.10.1. If you reply, it means that the test has been complete. Testing. We first check on the server router to see which devices are connected to the server router with the command IP DHCP server list print. It turns out that here there are 3 devices, namely there is a router client and 2 PC clients, where each device has got an IP address and the status here is dynamic. Then we change this dynamic status to static by removing the D sign using the command IP DHCP server list make static numbers 0, 1, and 2. Then we check the status has been lost with the command IP DHCP server list print. We can see here that it's no longer dynamic status. Next, we change each device IP address statically with the command IP DHCP server list set numbers 0 address 192.168.10.10. Don't forget to check the configuration results with the command IP DHCP server list print. If we look here, we have success in changing the IP address of each device to static. Perform a gateway IP ping test on the server router and also ping google.com to find out if the server router is connected to the internet using the command ping google.com and ping the IP gateway, namely 192.168.10.1. If the reply results what we have configured has been successful. Thank you for taking the time to join me. If there really is an error, I'm sorry. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.